Hi, welcome back to Outdoor Gear and Skills. It's almost dark. It's been raining for a few days. It's going to continue to rain all week. So I'm in my messy garage here for this short video, and just this will be my project for this month, is to go through and clean all this up and kind of gut it and get rid of stuff I don't need. But I wanted to talk about Superglue today, and I've had to use this again recently this week, even though it's really humid here in Southern Oregon, and it doesn't really bother me during the summer, but in the winter it's just been really cold. But my hands are drying out and my fingers are cracking. And when I was in Utah, especially my thumbs, they would crack just right there on both sides, and almost just kind of on the corner of my fingernails. And it would just crack and you'd see red and the nerves were exposed and it just hurt really bad. And a lot of times I'd be wearing gloves and stuff when I was outside, but I used this again to kind of drop into that spot and kind of seal it up. And I heard that Superglue was invented for the military for wounds and things like that. I don't know if that's accurate. It certainly works for that purpose. So I think that there's a high probability that that's probably accurate. And typically I'll have the small vials of Superglue that I can throw in my Altoid can first aid kits, or just some type of little kit, or my toiletry bag. So I've got them with me. But I got this bigger one. This one's a Loctite, and I got this one that I can use over and over instead of those other ones that kind of tend to be single use. So those are convenient. So my thumb has cleared up quite a bit, but in using the Superglue this week, it did kind of help protect that, made it so it didn't hurt. And then it did end up, I had to cut back a lot of the skin as it continued to peel out. But this definitely helps. And having those, if I'm like brushing my beard and I'll get a whisker down in there, oh my goodness, it's terrible. So what I am doing is just putting a little bit of glue right in there, and as it starts to come out there, and I'm just kind of moving it around like that, and then I just let it set and dry. You do want to be careful with this. You don't want to pour this over something like the countertop or your bathroom sink if you were to spill it, because this stuff is pretty nasty if you've used that at all. So I just let that kind of dry on there, and I probably really don't need this right now, but I am going to put it on just to help kind of protect it a little bit. And so it is good for that. I will use Gorilla Glue and different things like that, or Elmer's wood glue, depending on the project that I'm doing. But I have found Superglue, regardless of the brand, to really kind of help when I've got those issues. I have tried using lotion, some Gold Bond lotion. I really like that this week, but it was kind of a little bit too late, and I was in Utah for a few days this week, so it just kind of magnified my hands drying out even more. So that's just a quick something. And I think this bottle was probably $5 or $6. You can get these all over the place. Walmart, Home Depot. I'm not sure if like Dollar General or dollar stores carry these bigger containers over the single use, but it is something that serves a really good purpose when you're kind of getting cut up. I have never had like a big bad cut that I've tried to put that in and pinch it together. So most of the stuff that I've ever used it has been fairly minor, but it works really well for that. So I'd love to hear if you've had any more kind of drastic or bigger cuts or things like that you use this for. I'm sure someone out there knows the history of this that could throw that in the comments and let us all know. But I just find it to be a useful tool to kind of help as a stopgap until that kind of heals, so that it doesn't give me so much aggravation. And I tend to snag it as I put my hands in my pockets or or things like that. So I'd love to hear what your thoughts are, and if there's something that you use that you find to be better for kind of treating those. And maybe you're just fortunate enough that your fingers don't crack like mine based on where you live. So I hope that's the case. As always, thanks for watching Outdoor Gear and Skills, and we'll see you out there.